I'm Ross.
Ross.
Tim, good to meet you, bud.
Good to meet you too, man. Awesome.
You just say awesome.
No, but I should have.
I was
Super
gonna say,
awesome.
man,
Yeah.
you're a member of the family.
Awesome.
Appreciate you sitting down with us, man.
Hey, my pleasure.
How you doing? Welcome to Memphis.
Good to be here.
Dude, have you been out by the river?
Let's turn off the radios.
Oh.
Okay.
Welcome to Memphis.
Yes, good to be here. Great to be back here.
Yes. Have you walked along the river yet?
I was just out there, yeah.
Have you seen the glistening of the sun?
It's beautiful.
It is gorgeous, right?
It's a fast-moving river too. I was watching this giant barge push its way upriver, and just like the barge must have been like a quarter mile long too.
Isn't it kind of freakish? It looks like
Yeah.
you can almost touch him.
I was thinking about Jeff Buckley because he died in the Mississippi River.
Yes.
Tried to swim across it.
Yes, he
And
did.
then kind of glancing at it, you realize, yes, that would be very possible.
Yeah, well, because they have the Wolf River that's like maybe a hop, skip, and a jump right down the river right here
Okay.
in front of the giant pyramid that we have.
I saw the pyramid, yeah.
The Bass Pro Pyramid.
Oh, is that what it is?
It's a Bass Pro Pyramid now.
Okay.
It was a concert venue for the longest time. Now it's a giant Bass Pro shop with gar. They have man-made lakes with gar and alligator in it.
Inside of the pyramid.
Inside of the pyramid. Well, 'cause I think
Weird.
I'm not from originally from Memphis,
Okay.
so I just from where
Right.
it was a
You're
city in
learning about
Egypt.
the evolution of the pyramid.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, what's been going on with you, man?
Oh man, we've been slammed. We started this year opening up for the Foo Fighters in Australia at some massive shows out there, playing some songs on stage with Dave Grohl and Chris Shiflett, which was fun.
Uh-huh.
And right to Japan with Fall Out Boy and a couple other Rancid.
Dude.
Times, yeah, which was amazing. And then
Have they ever tried to dare you to get a tattoo on your neck or your forehead or anything like that? Like Lars?
whatever they said they would tell me to do, I would probably just do.
It's like that. It's almost like
I would just kind of say yes, sir, and I will go do that. Luckily, they haven't asked me to do anything too crazy, like go get a giant, forehead tattoo or anything.
yes. Well, I mean, Lars is now a father, and one thing from the other F word. That's one of
Right.
the things that I kind of was watching. I was like, it was just watching him with like the checkered,
Yeah.
skin tight.
The T-shirt that
pants.
said "I hate people" and the back said "and they hate me."
Yeah, but meanwhile he's holding hands with his son.
With Wolfgang. Yeah.
Well, Wolfgang.
Yeah.
He named his kid Wolfgang.
Yeah. Either named his kid Wolfgang. Yeah.
Is now, I mean, well, Van Halen, he's got his Wolfgang. Is that like?
That's right. We just saw Sammy Hagar yesterday, actually, with Michael Anthony playing with Sammy Hagar.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
They were amazing.
Where were they playing at?
The Carolina Rebellion, North Carolina. So
Okay.
a big 45,000 person festival out there.
Mhm.
He was like the nicest fucking dude too. Just super cool. He was like, we had a trailer right next to him, and he was totally down to hang out and just, just a good guy.
He just Sammy Hagar. He just opened up a restaurant right across the
I
street.
saw a billboard for it when we were pulling in. I was like,
Really?
the guy's everywhere.
I was thinking, I was like, Van Halen would be so much better with Sammy at the helm right now.
You're right.
Than
But
David Lee.
watching Sammy and Michael Anthony, I didn't really grow up listening to Van Halen, but like watching those two together, like singing and playing, you realize there's a lot of heart and soul right there just within those two guys.
And he takes care of himself.
Yeah.
He's always taking care of himself.
He's 67 years old.
Sammy Hagar is 67 years old.
We Googled this because I didn't believe the person that told me this. But he is 67 years old. And he's out there. His pipes sound incredible. He looks great. He's rocking a crowd for like an hour.
He's 2 years younger than John Fogerty.
Yeah.
That's what you're telling me right now.
Yeah. It was mind-boggling to see it. It makes you like step up your game and not complain about a goddamn thing. If he's out there doing it,
Are you guys road testing new material right now?
Yeah, so the Black Market is out, and we've been touring it pretty hard the last year or so, and we're still playing some new songs off of it. So, which has been fun to kind of get it out to as many places we could possibly get it to.
Nice, and the reception's been.
Yeah, it's been
really
great.
well.
Yeah, we have great fans. So
You really do.
Yeah, they latch on to the music, which is nice, and it gives us a reason to keep making it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I noticed somebody in the band brought a skateboard with them. And as part of their gear.
Right. So I have a skateboard, and then I think Joe has a skateboard, and I'll confess that they're largely for transportation, not for tricks anymore.
The ankles are the first things to go when you're a skateboarder.
Yeah, not as many kick flips as it is like, let's go to catering and get lunch, and it's like a mile away, and then we'll just hop on skateboards and push our way there.
Very smart. Not enough people are doing that.
It's great, yeah. I mean, especially when you do like this every day, it's either a large festival that's spread out like this, or a large arena that's like really spread out. So you gotta like walk a half mile just to go get like a cup of coffee.
Yes.
So you get a skateboard and it's like boom. And every time I bring it, every security guy's like, oh man, I should have done that. You know, like, put them, get you guys all skateboards.
You just kind of give them like the English wave
right.
as you're going by them. One thing I wanted to ask you about, I know you've always been an advocate for PETA.
Right.
And I just saw on Netflix the other day, Fed Up.
Oh, you saw it.
The new documentary. And it's all about obesity and the sugar intake in our country. And I was wondering, have you seen it and what are your thoughts on it?
I haven't seen all of Fed Up, but I've heard all about it. That one's about the sugar intake. And
sugar
how it's
intake.
increased over history and how it used to be something that was just a very nominal part of our diet, and then the sugar industry became this huge thing, so we began to include it in more and more products, and now we're kind of ingesting tons of sugar all the time.
I think like the recommended, quote unquote recommended like dosage is like 12 grams, which is probably 12 grams too many.
Right.
But then the average person gets like 40 something.
Right. Yeah.
It's
so good.
Yeah, no, we're good.
Okay.
We're
good. It's funny too because you bring up like both animal rights and sugar because like I've been a vegetarian for a long time. I haven't eaten meat in like 20 years. But I never claimed to be healthy. You know what I mean? Like I never got into it for health reasons. I got into it because I saw like a lot of like slaughterhouse videos. I learned a lot about the animal industry, and I was like, I'm gonna take myself out of that cycle. Like I don't back what happens in there. I'm gonna stop eating meat. And that was sort of like I did it for animal rights reasons. I never really did it because I was like, I want to be healthier. You know what I mean? Because I'll still pick onion rings over a salad any day of the week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when it comes to sugar, like I have such a sweet tooth, and so learning about food and just the corporatization of food, you know, you learn a lot about how our diet and how we eat is really impacted by the agendas of big business who just want to sell you what they can make in surplus. You know?
Absolutely.
So, but what's exciting is that I feel like this information is no longer on the fringe. It's like kind of like being mainstreamed by a lot of important documentaries like that, you know, and people just talking about it and kind of spreading information around, you know.
Yes.
Like, telling somebody I was a vegetarian 20 years ago was like telling them I was like a communist who was raised on a commune and I might as well come from Mars.
You're a dingo about to eat somebody's baby.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's like you are on the fringe. Telling somebody now, it's like I can walk into a steakhouse and they have a vegetarian option. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a whole different world nowadays, and you see that kind of arc of just information. People now start to get it a little more, which is like really exciting to watch. It's happening slowly. There's still a lot of depressing information out there that you can get down about, but when you see how much the world has changed and become more informed, you feel like you're on the cusp of like some really important changes.
I haven't talked about this with anybody, but McDonald's just changed the menu. They're taking the quarter pounder off their menu and a whole bunch of chicken options, and now they're adding kale strawberry smoothies to their diet.
We've lived to see that day.
It's happening before your eyes.
Right. Wow. I'm probably still not gonna walk into McDonald's, but hey, good on them for, you know.
Well, everybody's striking now, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, well, if everybody strikes.
Oh, they're striking against the kale?
Well, no, they're not striking against the kale, but they're striking for higher wages.
Oh, right. Yes. Right.
But I was thinking, I was like, if everybody in fast food goes on strike, does that mean we eat healthier for that period of time?
Like you choose a better option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, the world, like certainly the world could eat less fast food, right? I mean, nobody would argue that.
No. And I know I don't want to take too much time, but you got a break after this for a little bit. Are you going to go back home?
Yeah. So we're doing weekends mostly the next month. We play with Metallica and Linkin Park in Vegas next weekend. A show in Salt Lake City. Some upcoming stuff in the Rock on the Range Festival in Columbus, Ohio, which is like a big, massive, cool festival we've done before. And then we go to Europe to do a lot of festivals over there and a few headlining gigs throughout June. Get a little bit of time off around the 4th, and then we hit the States with Killswitch Engage and Let Live in July. Right.
I love how they brought back the old singer.
Yeah.
I mean, they sound incredible.
It's kind of cool how that worked. And I love Howard and I love the old singer, you know what I mean? So it's like they're both incredible frontmen and such an incredible band, and it's just exciting to see them still, you know, have wings, you know?
The guitar, I forgot the guitarist's name who's all over on stage.
Oh,
who's
right.
just like was that?
I forget his name too, yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny, we toured with Killswitch twice, and both times were without him. He was like laid up for some reason. And so I know all those guys, but I don't know him.
Okay,
Yeah,
and he's an absolute lunatic,
Right,
so
right.
animated. He's like the Dane Cook of metal.
Right, which is and metal is so serious and reverent, so it's like to see that kind of irreverence, you know, it's kind of refreshing.
Because when you get off stage, you're just palling around with your friends, but he seems like he's doing that on stage too.
Yeah, those guys are they got a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
Especially him.
I appreciate you sitting down, and I wish you the best, and
Thank
I
you.
hope you enjoy your break, and I
Yeah.
wish you the best on stage today.
Awesome.
Thank you for sitting with us,
Cool.
man.
Hey, my pleasure.
My man.
Yeah, cool.
Awesome.
All right.